Back to the Yankees. They clinched their playoff spot yesterday. They beat Seattle, sorry, Brad, in a 2-1 win in the 10th inning. Not in a small way thanks to Julio.
Yeah. So this is called the toot bland, thrown out on the bases like an nincompoop. You ready for this, Brig? I know you
Yeah.
saw it real time. I saw it real time. It pains me to watch it, actually. But for the people who haven't seen it, might be living under a rock, who haven't seen it in the last 24 hours-ish, this is what happened. So Randy Arozarena strikes out. Again, this is bottom of the 10th. Julio is the tying run. Arozarena's bat goes flying toward Julio near third base. He goes to dodge it, and you're going to see it here in just a second. And he runs away from it. Here's the best angle right here. So he runs away, like turns away from it and runs in the opposite direction. Like, I don't blame him one bit for doing that, but ball's still live, Julio.
Yep.
And he's tagged out. And so
There's
strike him out, throw him out. Bottom of the 10th inning.
Out.
You go from no outs with runners on the corners to now 2 outs and a runner on first.
Yep. That's right.
There's a reason I'm
all because
black.
Randy Arozarena threw his bat again.
That dude cannot hold on to his bat to save his life. They need to do like on bench warmers and just like tape his hands to it.
That's a great idea.
And then he gets on base and they could take the tape off. But in the meantime, tape it up. Because holy smokes, that dude cannot hang on to his bat. And I don't know, man. It's frustrating.
Funny.
But it's kind of funny to watch it fly.
Yeah.
It's funny to watch it fly when there's nobody on base or it's like the second strike. Yeah. But when it's the third strike, you got a runner on third and it's the bottom of the 10th and you're holding on to your playoff hopes by a tiny little thread. It's not funny.
The smallest of threads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That thread has snapped now, I believe. But anyway.
So that's what a toot bland is. Thrown out on the bases like a nincompoop.
I didn't see any fart slams this year, and I saw a couple noble tigers, but we didn't talk about them. But maybe we'll get into those later. Anyway,
Baseball
go ahead.
Family, stay tuned for this offseason when we get into stuff like that. Okay, Nasty Nestor back in the starting rotation. He got his start, and he went 6 shutout, actually, which is both really great and encouraging for him, but also the Mariners' offense is dramatically underperforming. So let's keep this right where it needs to be.
The thing that was interesting about that game was through those 6, the Yankees had 2 hits, 1 run. The Mariners had 6 hits, no runs.
Right.
So they were getting on base. They were getting to him. Yeah. They just could not, story of the year, get the timely hit.
Yep. So I think it's good. It's going to inflate Nasty's ego a little bit and his confidence, more importantly, but it's not good. I think we all need to keep that right in the realistic box that it belongs in. Okay.
Right.
The Yankees, this is their 7th playoff appearance in 8 years. Again, they didn't make it last year. This is their 59th postseason appearance, by the way, in 150 years. They have not won a World Series since 2009. Now, before we move on past the Yankees, Aaron Judge on his chase for 60 or more home runs. He sits now at 53. There are 9 games remaining. Oakland for 3 games. At Oakland. 3 games against Baltimore and 3 games against Pittsburgh. He sits on pace now for 56. 56.
I think he'll end with like 58.
It's not looking good to get.
I think he's gonna hit a cluster of them against Oakland, and then a cluster of them against Pittsburgh, and maybe like 1 against Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
So I think he ends up like he might. I think maybe even like 59, but I don't think he's gonna get 60 at this point.
I'm genuinely skeptical. Hopeful, but skeptical.
You know who I think is actually more likely to get 60, believe it or not?
Send it.
It's Shohei Ohtani. He has 6 games against the Rockies left. He's going to end with 60-60.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding. Because he's not going to see a single pitch to hit against the Padres in 3 games. So he's not going to.
No, that's 100% accurate. They're not going to do that.
But it sure feels like it, though. 6 games against the Rockies.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.